Join me today as I review some of the grains that I've received from Frankford Farms, Azure Standard, and Ancient Grains. Welcome to White Shadow Fare. Make it homemade and make it with love. Frankford Farms is located in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania, which is right outside the city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here's a map from their site that shows you that they deliver to Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, and Virginia. I decided that I was going to drive there because it was only a 45-minute drive. They sell all organic items, much like Azure Standard. You order it online and you go to the storefront and pick it up. They also have deliveries, but I didn't need to do that. They also have a small selection of things that you can buy right there in the store. So you prepay your order and then you go and pick it up. So you need to order at least 24 hours in advance. I started off by buying a 25-pound bag of kamut or cornichon that was almost $60 for the bag. Now, I've never used this grain before, but I did really like it when I baked with it. It has kind of a buttery, nutty flavor. Berries are much larger than any of the other grains that I've used, and they are very yellow in color, so your bread, when you make it, is going to be very yellow. This was super clean. There was no dust whatsoever, no extra debris in it. Fantastic. Once again, that was from Frankford Farms. So you can see on the one side I have hard white wheat berries and the other side I have kamut. I just wanted to show you the difference in the size here. Kamut is much larger in size. It doesn't look much different in this picture here, but it really is a lot more yellow, and especially when you grind it, it becomes very yellow, whereas the hard white wheat becomes fairly white or off-white in color. I store all of my grains by making a fabric liner for my food grade buckets. I just washed some cotton that I had left over and made a bag to keep it in there. I don't really like my grains touching the plastic. It's probably not a problem, but in my head it is, so that's what I do. Here is a bag that I got of hard red spring wheat from Frankford Farms. I just started using red wheat. I've always been kind of a hard white wheat person, but I started using different wheats this year. And I fill up my bucket. I only bought 25 pounds and it was $29.33. I thought that was very reasonably priced. And it's extremely clean. There's no dust flying around. I don't see any debris as I'm filling up my bucket. So I didn't want to just pour the whole thing in. I wanted to do it in small batches so that I could see if there was anything in there. And as I'm pouring it in, I'm just kind of inspecting it as I go. And I put a gamma lid on the top of this bucket and seal it up, and it stays perfect. Now, as all grains do, they will last for years and years until you go ahead and grind them and break that outer shell. Once you do that, it has a very short life from there. And this is just kind of a close-up look of those red wheat berries from Frankford Farms. You can see that they are beautiful in color. There's no dust all over my hands. There's no debris in there. Highly recommend this red wheat from Frankford Farms. If you don't live in the area, look around. There is probably someplace near you that also sells berries, because I didn't know about this place and I've been grinding wheat now for over 10 years. Here is the red wheat that I had ordered from Azure Standard. It's what I had been using. It looks very much the same, but I don't know if you can see there is an awful lot of dust that is sticking to my fingers on this. I really didn't think too much of it. It does taste fantastic. I don't see any debris in it, but at $22.77, it's an awesome deal. It does taste good. I would probably consider ordering from them again, even though I didn't think my grain was as clean as it was elsewhere. Put that gamma lid on, and it was time to open up a new bucket of hard white wheat. I had ordered this from Pleasant Hill Grains. They sell Ancient Grains brand, so you could order just straight from the Ancient Grains site. As of today, a 24-pound packet costs $40.92, and if you get the bucket, it is over $127. I know that's a crazy price. That is a 43-pound bucket. That's what I have been getting all of these years, so I'm getting a little bit smarter. It might be more expensive, but It comes in a Mylar bag. It is great for storage if you want to keep grains for a really long time in storage. It's impeccable. I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful. Super clean from start to finish. So I would order again from Pleasant Hill Grains. I would order again just straight from Ancient Grains, and I would probably get it in the paper bag to save myself about half the money. But I think it was still worth it. All of these years, this is exactly what I've gotten, these buckets of hard white wheat berries. Not worth the price for the bucket, but live and learn. So another thing I got at Frankford Farms was this Turkey Red organic wheat berries for $75.79 for a 25-pound bag. I'd never heard of this before, so I kind of Googled it to see what was going on with it. It's a beautiful darker red than regular red, but it's a traditional crop or an heirloom crop that comes from Russia, Ukraine, the Turkey area, hence its name, Turkey Red. And you can see here that it is very clean. It has a stronger wheat taste, if that makes sense. So it's a little more bold in its taste profile. So Turkey Red, if you've never had it, if you like the taste of red wheat, this is just a stronger flavor profile. Very clean, no dust. Once again, this was from Frankford Farms. I give that an A+. The next thing I bought was some soft white wheat. I was completely out, and it is organic, $30.02 for a 25-pound bag. I had ordered a 50-pound bag, and unfortunately they were out, and so they were very nice to give me a 25-pound bag because I really needed it. It's extremely clean. Once again, Frankford Farms has not let me down in any of the things that I ordered, and I will definitely be going back there again. So I use this to make muffins, cakes, cookies, and I put it in my all-purpose blend. So when I'm replacing all-purpose flour, I do use soft white wheat. It produces a lot less gluten because of the protein content, so I would suggest that if you are new to milling, soft white wheat is where you want to start if you would like to make cakes, cookies, muffins, and those things. The hard white wheat and the hard red wheat are what you need if you're going to be making breads. And then when you branch out from there, you can try things like Cornichon, which is the organic name for Cornichon is Kamut. They are one and the same. You can try things like I'm doing here with spelt and einkorn. But first, learn how to bake with those other things. They are more typically used anyway. If you are going to start milling, start with just the basics. Some soft white wheat, I'd get a small amount of that. I'd get hard red wheat if you like the stronger flavor, hard white wheat if you like a more mild flavor. I started with hard white wheat. I ordered maybe 1 bucket every 9 months. That's all that I was using because I was still baking with regular white flour. I don't do that anymore, but that's what I started off with, and I did that for about 10 years. Now I'm using completely fresh milled flour for absolutely everything, and I absolutely love the adventure that I'm on. I wanted to show you this because I always like to see what I'm buying. So if you live anywhere near Frankford Farms in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, or if you live in Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, that might be a place that you want to consider because they do deliver, and I would give them an absolute A+. Everything I ordered from there was beautiful, clean, and they were great to work with. I even got some shampoo that I highly recommend from them. If you're going to order from Azure Standard, they have drops all around the country, so you can look for them online and see if they have a drop in your area. Mine is only about 15 minutes away, so that is perfect for me. I can't say that I thought my grains were as clean as I wanted them, but I didn't have any debris in them. I find that I could use them, and I'd probably give them a B+ if I was grading them. Finally, Ancient Grains, they are an A++, but boy, are they expensive. So you need to keep that in mind. It is much cheaper to order a paper bag versus a bucket from them. So I hope you found this helpful, and maybe it will help you decide who you want to order from in the future. Have a great day, and thank you for joining me at White Shadow Fare.